Hi there. Welcome to the podcast. Just to warn you, this time it's going to be a little bit different. I know that you've been used to a certain format here on the podcast, but this time we're changing it up completely. We're going to be doing a YouTube show called Hot Ones, started by Sean Evans. He just makes celebrities eat hot wings and then asks them spicy questions, but we don't want to eat hot wings because we don't like hot foods at all. I don't see why that would be a fun thing to do. So we're just going to eat mild, plain wings the whole time and then ask Ennis pretty mild questions. So welcome to Mild Ones.
This time, it's different. With Peter and Chris. This time, it's different.
It actually hits you kind of afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
Like at the beginning, you think it's got some kick to it, but then you realize it doesn't have any kick. Oh yeah, that's mild.
What's going on, everybody? From First We Feast, I'm Chris Wilson, and this is Peter Carlone, and you're watching Mild Ones. It's the show with mild questions and even milder wings. Today, we're joined by Ennis Esmer, actor and comedian from Toronto, Ontario, known for portraying the fan-favorite character, billionaire criminal mastermind turned FBI consultant Rich.com on NBC's hit series Blindspot. He can also be seen on Global's Private Eyes, starring mostly Jason Priestley and not him. He can currently be seen in season 7 of The Flash, portraying Bashir Malik, aka Psych. Welcome to the show, Ennis Esmer.
Oh, great! Thank you so much for. I don't have a camera set up, so I can't do that. But
that's okay. That's okay.
Is that okay? Every once in a while, if I just turn this way and talk this way.
Yeah.
Do that
love
anyway.
The profile.
Yeah.
What's your game plan going into this? Are you good with mild foods?
What's your? Have you had mild foods before? Are you good to go? Pretty mild?
Yeah. I think I'm hungry, and I like mild stuff. You know,
That's great.
it seems like a nice sort of thing to do. So I'm trying to do it.
And we thought it would be nice too. We don't
yeah.
want to make our guests do anything we wouldn't want to do. That's sort of the rule around here.
Yeah. Well,
So,
and that's
like,
what I'm looking forward to.
Yeah. If you're gonna do mild foods, then we're going on that trip with you. We're going super mild with you. We've got I've got water standing by. I'm sure you have some water, and then
I do.
milk
I have
for
a
when it
bowl
gets
of-
tough.
I have a bowl of vanilla yogurt as well.
Okay, perfect.
That's the move. That's the move to do. That's great.
Yeah.
Without further ado, let's get into some questions. You ready to go?
Me or are you asking the
Oh,
audience?
sorry, I didn't. Well, I was talking to you. Sorry.
Okay. So
Yeah.
do you want to? Yes, I'm ready to go. So this first one is what? It's just mild, I think. This is mild.
This is salt and pepper.
Oh, okay.
Got a little bit of peppery kick to it, but not too much.
It's pretty mild. You can taste the chicken in the wing.
You can really taste the chicken meat.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing in the way except for mildness, so you just really taste the chicken.
Yeah.
If there is anything about it that's spicy, it's salt, which is not spicy.
Yeah.
Ennis, you are an actor known for doing lots of acting. If you had to choose one color to be your favorite one, and you're not allowed to pick blue because that's the obvious color, it's everybody's favorite, what would your favorite color be and why? And please feel free to take your time.
That's good. Okay. I can't say blue.
You can't say blue.
Can't say blue. Blue's off the table.
Okay. All right. And so because is it because I'm an actor that I can't pick blue, or why can't I? You mentioned me being an actor.
Yeah, I just wanted you to remember that you are, because I want you to be proud of your accomplishments. You're a great actor.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, it's not a problem
you.
at all.
Thank you so much. That's great. That's so honestly, it's a pretty mild question. I was kind of surprised by how mild it is off the top.
Hey, we do our research. What can we say?
Yeah, what can we say? What can we say?
What can we say?
What do you guys want to say?
Our favorite colors, but you go first. You go first.
Okay, I'll honestly, if I can't say blue, I'll go really close to blue and I'll say purple.
That's great.
Okay.
Yeah, if that's okay.
Very nice color.
Not
Yeah,
bad.
is that okay? Or because it has some blue in it, but I don't want to just because I don't want to be in the
Wait,
rules.
okay, for real, does purple have blue in it? I thought
Purple
purple was
is-
its own thing.
Purple is blue plus red.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's you going
you're-
right back to like grade 6 art here.
Yeah, primary colors, right? Yellow and blue and red. I really feel that you're asking me questions and I'm answering them. That's sort of you know what I mean? That's the sense I'm getting.
Yeah, absolutely. It's sort of like a situation where we'll ask some questions and you'll give us the answer.
Yeah, if I can.
Okay, so it's a little bit milder. There's no pepper on this one.
Okay,
It's
so
just salt.
Just salt. Okay.
Feel free to rub your eyes if you want. I'm sure it's fine.
It's actually so mild.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I really want to dip it in something. I need like anything.
Even water would take it up a notch.
Ennis Esmer, given the choice of your ideal bath temperature, what would it be? And would you add anything to the water?
Wow. But is it okay to say I don't really like baths, or is that kind of missing the point?
Whoa,
It's a bit
an
of a
exclusive.
Yeah, a bit of a too spicy of an answer there.
Okay.
Everybody loves baths.
Okay. Sorry. I don't want to disrupt. I'll keep my answer mild. I'll say. I'll say 80.
Are we talking Fahrenheit or Celsius?
Oh
I
my
assume
God.
Fahrenheit.
I like it to be 80. Yeah, 80 Fahrenheit.
That's like an outdoor pool plus a little extra.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice and simple, right down the line.
Right.
Which I mean, I don't know if you've ever had this happen, but do you know how to calculate Celsius from Fahrenheit?
Is there a way to do it? I
I
thought
would
it was
love to
impossible.
know.
Yeah, you just have to subtract 32 and then divide it by 9 and then multiply it by 5. I just thought of it.
Oh my God. I don't know if that's even true. I've always heard, and I'm so sorry to come at you like that with that. That was rude of me. I'm so sorry. It's true. You're the guest. That's true. That was
So
rude.
anything
Yeah, I
I
mean-
say, as the guest, anything I say is true.
We got to keep it
has to
polite.
be.
Yeah, we should
I
keep it
always
polite.
went with the assumption that you double it and add 30. So if you wanted to get to, say, if you had 30 Celsius and you want to know what it is Fahrenheit, you double it, 60, add 30, 90. I bet you that's right.
Okay, well, if you take 30 and then divide it by 5, that's
Yeah.
6, and you multiply it by 9, that's 54, and then you add 32, that's 86, which is basically 90. So we're both getting to the same.
That's true. Mine is the
Sorry.
old math. Yours is the new math.
I just need a bit of yogurt.
Yeah,
Of
mild
course,
that.
take your time. Yeah,
It was getting a
take
little
your
hot
time.
in there. It was getting hot in that mouth. We did a little bit of research here. And Ennis Esmer, do you remember much of your childhood in Turkey?
That's a very polite question. Thank you for asking me. Unfortunately, the answer is no, because I was 3 years old when my parents immigrated to Canada.
Right.
So a lot of it was not, memories weren't really forming yet in my infant mind. Just been a real stumbling.
infant mind.
Yeah.
Classic.
As a
Did
baby,
you
yeah.
have you ever traveled back there? Have you ever traveled back to Turkey at all?
Not as a baby.
Good call. Good point. I'm just trying to get a sense of your experience in Turkey. Like, what do you like more, Turkey or Canada?
Well, as I said again, I was only in Turkey as a baby.
Right.
So I feel like Canada is more a place for me, because I would just because I was a baby. So there's not really anything to compare it to. So I guess I'd say Turkey has, better diapers,
Yeah.
and breast milk was better.
Oh, yeah.
There. But
Right.
there's a lot of anything else besides that. I like Canada better.
What do you like more, turkey or ham? It's not related. It's a different thing, different question.
Oh, so you're not asking me would I prefer the country where I was born or the meat ham?
It's truly however you'd like to interpret the question. You're the guest.
I guess I'll say ham because of Turkey's awful human rights record.
Oh.
Yeah, I'd say that's a big. Their perpetual denial of the Armenian Holocaust is worse than ham.
And I think you can. I can agree with that wholeheartedly. It is honestly, if you think about it, a very mild answer as in itself. I mean, sure, we're talking about big subjects, but you saying that it's worse than ham is a pretty soft take.
It's a pretty uncontroversial take. Yeah. Yeah. I don't think you'll get much. I would be surprised to hear any pushback on that take. Do we have honey? Do you guys have honey garlic? Because I got this honey garlic.
Yeah, we're stepping it up a little bit with honey garlic this time.
Honey garlic.
Get ready.
You get a lot of honey taste. There's not so much garlic. I was nervous about the garlic. Are you okay, Peter?
There's mild. Ooh. Are you still with us, Ennis? Are you doing okay? Are you gonna tap out? Are you thinking you're gonna be good?
I'm okay so far. You know, I've seen your show before, and I know that by wing 4 is usually when it starts to get a little dicey. So I feel like I'm holding in okay.
Well, and Ennis, you're handling it like an absolute champ so far. You're doing
Absolutely.
great. You're doing great.
Ennis, as mentioned before, you played billionaire criminal mastermind turned FBI consultant Rich.com on NBC's hit series Blindspot. When working on a show for the National Broadcast Company, or NBC as some other people say, do you get nervous acting in front of American people like that? I would get very nervous.
It's a great. Well, okay. So you're asking me if shooting on a set in America, I'm aware of. Sorry, I just want to make sure because it's such a mild misunderstanding I'm having here. Are you? Do you think that when you're recording a TV show that there's people like America is watching that? Because
America, in my understanding, loves to do stuff live all the time.
Nielsen's.
And Americans, in my understanding, can also be rather rude, I've been told. And I was just wondering if it makes you nervous acting live in front of rude people.
Like,
well, it's actually... Yeah, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I think he means even the crew, right? Do you ever worry about what the sound guy is thinking? Like, oh, that sucked. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, usually the sound guy, if he's talking during a take, the take is ruined. So that's something that, I mean, you guys work in film and TV too here in Canada. So it's actually very similar in that the people aren't watching till much later, right? Because it's not even if you're doing it, they're not there with you. Like the TV audience is at home usually, so they're not watching you live doing it. So the nerves come later when it's on, and then you can't do anything about it after that.
I'm so sorry. I thought everything was shot like Saturday Night Live down there.
Right.
That's my misunderstanding.
That's okay. It's weird because you work. I know you work in television as well. And,
not in the Americas, that's for sure.
Not in the Americas, right? Yeah, which is what. Yeah, so I think to give a short answer, I get nervous for various because I know everyone's watching, and you're right. Everybody, they're all drinking Miller, and they're not saying please or thank you. They're just saying, and they'll be, instead of when they ask you to go again, the director, he won't say, may I please have another take? He'll be like, let me get like, you ever seen, like you'll go to like a drive-through or something and you'll hear them and they'll be saying like, let me get a in the movies
about the Americas, they do that.
Yeah. In the Americas movies, they do say, they don't say please or ask. And
they don't say please?
They don't say please, and I've learned that people don't want them to say please because when I say please, no one acknowledges it, and it's the same on a film set. I've gone through scripts for American TV shows, and I constantly am just trying to add please and thank you wherever I can.
Yeah. And sorry, great. Like if you open a door, you say I'm sorry.
Yeah. Sorry. Please go ahead. Please give me the code. We have to detonate this bomb. I'm so sorry. Thank you. The FBI is on their way, please. And they take all those please and thank yous out.
Yeah.
Wild.
Yeah, it's not like Canadian TV where there's please and thank yous all the time.
I love the way that you're saying out as well, because I say out.
Yeah.
Out.
Yes. Well, that's a lot of the work you have to do. And that's my biggest fear, was having to change, because I'm constantly kind of talking like this.
Right.
My Canadian voice.
How did you get rid of the Canadian How did you get rid of that? I've had auditions, and I just can't seem to hear what they're saying. Where they're like, "Oh, you just keep sounding Canadian. A boot, and I'm like, I'm sure I'm not saying a boot. I'm definitely saying like about. What's your?
Or maybe it's the fact that you're not. It just doesn't seem natural when you're saying
About.
Yeah, see, that couldn't be in a commercial or in a television show. A guy that
It sounds like you're
that.
hurting yourself in the middle of it.
Yeah.
Something
It does hurt.
to
Is
say
it
about.
not supposed to hurt?
Great. What else is there? There's oat and there's sorry and there's bud. How do they say bud in America?
2-4?
I just don't think they say bud.
No, they don't.
Rip. Fucking rip.
Fucking dart.
Yeah, fucking dart.
Yeah. Fucking Timmy's. They say fucking
They
dart
say
and
fucking
Timmy's.
Timmy's. No American has ever said fucking Timmy's.
Unless they're talking about their fucking buddy Timmy.
Or if you have twins and they're both named Timmy's, you can be like fucking these fucking Timmy's.
Where are the fucking Timmy's?
Look at what they did to fucking Timmy's.
Hey, check this out. Check this out. Ready?
Check this out.
No. I wasn't ready yet. I wasn't. I'm going to show
Sounded
you.
Canadian though.
I know, but I wasn't doing it yet.
That's fair.
Okay, check this out. Get it out of the way. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, you want to come over to my house? Was that good? Or?
What do you think, Ennis?
Can you start Monday? So
Whoa.
That's how
Congratulations.
fast things happen in the Americas.
In
yeah,
America.
yeah.
Right
They
to
make a
the
TV
top.
show. You audition and then you're right on the show and then it airs immediately, as is your understanding. So what's going on with this flavor here?
This is just baked.
Yeah. Plain baked.
Wow. It doesn't even have a texture.
Ennis Esmer. You've been in countless movies and television shows over the
Well,
years.
not really countless movies. There's not.
Your
I mean, you can
account on
count-
the Internet Movie Database is 68 credits long. What's
Wow.
it like not having more credits, which I sort of thought maybe you had?
Oh,
Okay, well, there's a little bit of edge to that question.
Oh,
It
sorry. Sorry.
That's getting a little bit. That had a backhand to it.
I kind
felt.
of lost control of the vehicle there for a second.
if I. You know what? That hurt. It hurt my feelings a little bit.
But not really, right? Because you and I just met. So just like
Yeah,
our
you can't.
research team.
You can't insult a person you never met before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He doesn't. It doesn't. You can say anything to him. He doesn't care because he doesn't know anything about the mouth that those words are coming out of. So how could it mean anything?
You don't know anything about my mouth, is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Just where you looked and saw that I had 68 credits, and then you wondered why I didn't have more.
I thought you had more.
Like I know you as a guy that acts in and everything. You're in everything.
Right.
I guess it's more that you're like always on set of television shows that get more than one season. So when I went to your IMDb, I was like, it's gonna be 100 for sure, at least. And then it was 68, and I was like, oh.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that wasn't my intention. I didn't mean to disappoint you. So
It's okay.
if I could offer a mild explanation,
Sure.
is that they don't list every episode. So if you do.
Oh.
Like for example, say if you've been on Law and Order for 20 years, if you're a Richard Belzer or an Ice-T,
Right.
That's only one credit.
Right.
But you know,
Right.
you're doing hundreds of episodes of TV, but it only counts as one. So
And
That-
sometimes
I
I find though that with IMDb or the Internet Movie Database, just for the
Yeah.
listeners at home, the uninitiated, that you can go in and add your own credits. Like it doesn't, you can just sort of add to it whatever
Yeah.
you want because it's sort of like Wikipedia in a way. Not a lot of people are checking it, so I'm just wondering why you didn't just like sort of pad it up a little bit more, be a little more impressive that way.
it's a good suggestion. I can definitely take it. I'll take it under advisement.
Okay.
Do you have any things you'd like to suggest that I lie and say that I was in?
Ooh, yeah. I
Anything-
would've-
Is there what if you had a question about how was it working on blank? What would you like to ask me about working on that I might not have been in, but that you want me to lie
Okay.
and say that I was
How was it working on season 2 of Succession on HBO?
Oh, it was hard. It was a lot of work. It was such a great cast, and we're dealing with some pretty heavy material, but trying to add a lightness to it. So it was really fun to work on the hit HBO show Succession. And being cast in only the second season when it was already successful and replacing Brian Cox as the dad, that was tough. But with makeup and the right posture, and you can do anything.
So how did you get there? How did you get to the same level as Brian Cox's?
It's a great question, and they do this anytime they replace any actors on shows. They just used audio from the first season, and I lip synced.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just lip synced the dialogue, and then they chop it together.
Okay.
That's
okay. So for this,
awesome.
can you humor us and give us a classic Brian Cox "fuck off," and then I'll just put it into the edit.
Okay.
Okay.
No, fuck off.
That was good.
That was
Yeah,
good.
That was great.
It really felt like a full episode of Succession.
Yeah, well, that's what it was like working on Succession season 2 as I did. So if you check on IMDb in I'd say an hour or so, you'll see that I definitely worked on season 2 of Succession. Now, this one is really quite mild.
Ooh. What's on that one? Nothing?
It's like I was going to walk off the plate. That's how unseasoned it is.
How am I doing compared to other guests? That one was really mild. I thought I was actually handling it pretty well, but that one was really mild.
Ennis, you are a champ. You are holding in there. Good for you.
Hey, do you guys ever get asked questions from the guests?
Sometimes
Oh,
there's
are
a
you
little
spinning
bit
it
of
around on us?
a back and forth, a little bit of rebuttal. We kind of keep it light around here, but we want to keep it focused on you.
Okay, great. Just a gentle question of how did you guys meet?
Very common question, actually.
Yeah.
One of our most common questions that we ever get. Like, we could probably just one word answer it for you because we both know exactly what we're going to say. Watch.
Yep.
We
Eyes wide shut party.
Do you mean a party where you were watching the movie Eyes Wide Shut, or the party from the movie?
I was
Or a
helping
party-
myself to Chris's body like a snack on a buffet table, and he cracked a real funny joke, and I was like, "That's funny."
What was the joke?
Oh,
so he was biting into my thigh
yeah,
like it was a snack.
yeah,
and I
yeah.
said,
At a buffet table.
and I said to him, "Thigh, are you doing that?"
Oh,
And I was like,
Instead of "Why are you doing that?"
yeah.
okay. I get it. I didn't actually.
And I was like, we are going to be a comedy duo. And then I finished.
All right, let's eat another wing.
Okay, let's grab another wing. Okay, now
Yes,
Ennis,
yeah.
I don't want to surprise you or anything, so I'm just like, normally,
Thank you.
in
Thank you.
Hot Ones, they would surprise you with the amount of research they did.
What's Hot Ones?
Exactly. So
Yeah.
what I'm gonna, so I'm just letting you know ahead of time. We've done our research. Okay, so don't be surprised by how deep the questions go.
So you checked IMDb?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Ennis, do you like
Yes?
driving your Hyundai? That's right. We did our research. What can I say? Hey,
Oh,
what can
wow.
we say?
I don't know why you keep saying that. I don't know what you can say.
What can we say? We did our research.
You guys really do your research.
Hey. You know, what can we say?
Well, yeah.
What can we say? How high have you gotten that Hyundai or Hyundai, however you'd like to pronounce it? And I would like to know how you would like to pronounce it. How fast have you
okay.
gone with it?
60.
Fahrenheit?
Don't get too comfortable yet, because here comes another question. We're not quite done yet. We've got more questions. When you were working on Private Eyes and you had scenes with Jason Priestley, I would imagine it was hard and you would find yourself looking at him and letting your mind harken back to the days of Beverly Hills 90210, the iconic teen drama from the 90s, not to be confused with 90210, another installment of the franchise whose cast included a pre-jail Lori Loughlin. When you think on Beverly Hills 90210, during your scenes with Jason Priestley, is it hard to concentrate? And a follow-up question, as a Canadian, do you find it confusing when they use zip codes that are all numbers when Canadian postal codes are a series of numbers and letters?
Wow.
A lot to unpack.
Yeah. There's. I feel like you worded it in such a way that it seemed to suggest you were asking a very powerful question, but it was all just so boring. Both the things you said, the answers you want are so boring.
Right.
Yeah,
in the
it's
middle.
really just as obvious as can be. I think the answers are yes and sure, yes.
Yeah. And even when you thought it could get interesting in talking in the Lori
Pre-jail.
Loughlin
You just
stuff,
went. Yeah,
Right
you brought
over
that
it.
up. You brought that up for reasons that I cannot possibly be sure of why.
well, she was in the show 90210. Not to be confused with Beverly Hills 90210, the show from the 90s.
Yeah.
But isn't it kind of good that they confuse them because they're one's based on the other one?
Well, they're not based on the other ones. They're a continuation installments. It's not like a reboot or anything. It's just a continuation of the zip code. Like people just kept living at that house, I guess, or whatever.
Right.
I don't know. I didn't
So-
watch it.
Oh, so it's just one house? Is that how it works with zip codes?
I think so, right?
So every zip code in America has a different house.
So you do find it confusing.
See, it
You
is
I think-
do
confusing.
find it confusing.
Honestly, you're exposing a kind of confusion I didn't even know was there. That's how confusing it is. But yeah, it'd be nice if it was called like Beverly Hills M6K1Y7.
They should do a season where a rich person like buys that house and then it's just rented out as an Airbnb. Just new characters every episode. Would you?
Oh,
wanna
that's
be
actually
That's
would you
great.
be on that show?
yeah. What are the lines? I'll do them right now.
It's fuck off.
Okay.
Well, she can fuck off and enjoy her lily white chicken flesh con.
Ooh,
Was it?
that's
Oh, you want me
hot.
to do it milder? I can do it milder.
Yeah, do
It
a
should
bit
maybe be
please.
milder.
It's hard keeping track of the significance of the nomenclature on this show, but I think I'm doing an okay job.
Yeah.
I have a follow-up question. Really
To
mild.
which one? It's hard to.
Just what you just said. Ennis Esmer, you're known for using big words in
Yeah,
sentences,
big boy words, big
such
old
as
big boy words.
nomenclature. Can you define nomenclature for us in the audience at home?
It's hard for me to get into that. Actually, that's kind of I don't think I used the word entirely correctly, but I wanted to impress the both of you, so I gave it a shot.
Well, color us impressed, Ennis, because
Oh.
you still knew how to say it.
Oh,
Okay, you
thank
are
you
a
so much.
champion. You are a champion and a hero of the people.
It's not even in my lexicon.
Oh, okay.
Pretty-
All
what's-
right, everybody. Let's tone it down a bit.
What's that?
I don't know.
Hey, Ennis Esmer.
Yeah. It's
Oh,
still
sorry.
me.
I thought you said Ennis.
Yeah. Sorry.
Oh,
I'm
I thought
talking
you
to
said
Ennis.
Chris.
Nope, I said
Sorry.
Ennis. Ennis. It's a weird. It's they sound similar.
They end similar.
Ennis. Chris.
Ennis.
Yes.
Chris. What are the rules of the show Wipeout? So my wife and I watch the show, and we don't really know what the point of the game is, but it's very fun to watch people get hit in their ding dongs.
Right.
Could you explain what the contestants are doing there, and
Is it-
what was it like being the co-host of that show?
Okay, I feel like that was kind of important information to get out. So you're not just, it's not just like asking me how did the rules of Jeopardy work or something like that.
Right.
Or
Well,
Or
that's
what's-
quite easy. I can handle that question. So there's a bunch of questions
Chris.
on the board,
right.
and there are a bunch of answers on the board, and you have to say the question that would get that answer.
Yeah.
So the answers have to be in the form of a question. That's Jeopardy.
What are the rules of Jeopardy?
He asked at the
That's
end.
it. Yeah,
You
that's it.
explained
That's
it, and he
it.
asked,
Yeah,
and he
yeah,
got the
yeah,
points.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. So, still haven't really got an answer on my Wipeout question though. What's the motivation for people to do it?
Mostly financial, I would think, and for attention. I think for attention, people do it for. I hosted that show some time ago, so a lot of the memories have left my body. So I can't possibly. I could put you in touch with some of the guests, and you could ask them directly.
That'd be great.
But because I can't speak to the motivation of anybody in any situation, it's not my business.
Here's
and
what
I
I
know-
was.
I wish to not make it my business because it's private.
That's fair. I didn't mean for my question to be taken as anything other than just like a mild interest in the game show. But
Yes.
I didn't
You don't
mean
really care.
No, I didn't mean their personal motivation. I meant literally like how many times do they get to try the obstacle course? And if they get kicked off of it or hit in the ding dong and then fall into the water, do they get to do it again? Or how do you proceed to the next level? How do you know who won?
Once you fall in the water, it's basically a race against time to see if you get a staph infection, and that's about it. Yeah, that's sort of a secondary part of the game. It's stay out of the water to win money, and then when you're in the water, it's how long can your body fight off an infection?
That part's not as fun to watch.
No. They cut most of that down, so you just get about a minute of screaming. Yeah.
Good.
It's a good show.
Yeah, it's a pretty good show. I think John Cena hosts it now, doesn't he?
It is so unrelated to the content that we're doing right now. My wife and I have been watching it, and it is so weird because they obviously recorded them on a green screen like way after they've edited all the episodes.
Yes, same with us. Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure that the co-host, John Cena and, what is her name? From Nailed It. The comedian.
Lori Loughlin.
No.
That's 902. That's M6K 1717.
Yeah. Beverly Hills M6K17.
Yeah.
No, but I'm pretty sure they're not in the same room. Maybe because of COVID stuff. So they're like,
the hosts aren't even in the same.
I don't think so. It's very awkward blocking. John Cena never takes his eyes off his teleprompter.
That's so strange that people
Nicole
would try
Byer.
to do so. Nicole Byer, she's terrific.
She's
so they're not
doing
even
a bit
in the
more.
same.
No, she's doing a bit more riffing and like kind of looking at him, and John Cena is just laser focused on the teleprompter so he doesn't lose his place.
Buyer hardly know him.
And then I finished.
And was that acceptable at the Eyes Wide Shut party for you to just you had an orgasm just from the joke? The joke aroused you to completion?
Mm-hmm.
Well, and the taste of his thigh meat in between my teeth as well. It
Right.
was both of them together, because it's like, why would you say such a silly thing in such a heightened sexual moment?
Yeah.
But that's Chris for you.
What did he say? Thigh me a river?
Oh,
That's even better.
That's funny. That's funny. I'm coming. I'm just game.
Okay. Well, let me try another one. Let's see if you what your refractory period is like. More like thighs wide shut.
What does refractory mean?
That's still better.
It means how quickly you can
Come again.
make another joke.
Sorry, come again?
Yes.
Okay.
I can't. I actually can't. Because it's such a long period.
This is some of the mildest comedy.
This isn't even chicken.
No.
This isn't
It's
even
so
a wing. That's how mild it is.
It's exactly what I expected carrot to be like.
It's carrot.
Here we go. We're coming into the final end here. Hang in there, because we've got this. Ennis, as one of the most popular candidates to replace Daniel Craig as James Bond, with fans hoping you would slip into the iconic tuxedo. As time has gone on, it seems that the dream has sort of slipped away of that happening. What is it like saying goodbye to the idea of being in the list of acclaimed actors to play the role of James Bond?
I don't quite. I was never in the running to play. I mean, I've never heard of that.
Yes, Ennis Esmer wants to play James Bond. Is that not it?
No, it wasn't me. I never was in the running to play James Bond. I mean, I know there's been a lot of attention on Idris Elba to play. Is that what you meant?
Okay. I don't know. No, I meant. Okay, so here's what.
You didn't just get me confused with.
No, I didn't get you confused. Idris Elba, I can picture him, and that you're not him. But I thought, on paper, in my defense, your names are both very they're very vowel forward. They both. I'm a little bit dyslexic, I suppose, maybe. And I'm just seeing Ennis Esmer and Idris Elba, and it just sort of blends. It's the same.
Oh, so you thought
on paper?
and you thought I was Him.
And now I'm taking a better look. That starts with an I.
It's so, and it's just such a different person. I'm sure you've seen.
It's very.
You've
very
seen his
different.
work in The Wire or the Thor movies,
and I love him. His work in The Jungle Book was great.
Right.
Which
right,
is which is a follow-up question. When you were doing the role of Shere Khan in The Jungle Book, did you find it hard because you couldn't act with the boy because all of his scenes were shot with Jon Favreau in the jungle? So was that hard?
Good question.
Yeah. Well, it is a good question. If I was,
Maybe just, you know what I mean?
I'll give it a shot.
Yeah,
I'll give it a shot. I can do it. No problem.
It'll make him feel better.
Thank you. Because
Okay,
I
yeah,
don't have any other questions like really prepared. That was I had a couple more, but this was sort of the meat of the interview. I really
Okay, so you were the first question was, sorry, can you repeat the first question? What was it like to think I was going to play James Bond?
Think that you were going to play James Bond, just to paraphrase it.
Yeah.
Think that you were going to and sort of want to play it and then just sort of like have that dream die, I guess is the question.
It's hard. It's hard to be because it's such a great part to be Mr. Bond. It was so fun to think about playing, because it kind of grew out of, I never thought I had a chance, but then people seemed to like the idea so much that I thought, oh, maybe I could play the part of James Bond in the movies. And then ultimately they decided not to put me in them. And then you kind of feel bad because I was looking forward to playing James Bond. And I never even, but you go all the way from, I don't want, me? Who, me? And then at the end, you think I want it now, and then you don't get it, and it's devastating. It's actually quite upsetting to go through that. But you know what? We're shooting the Luther movie this fall, and I'm excited about that.
Nice,
My DJing is taken off. I've been doing a lot of virtual DJing through Zoom, and as people are getting vaccinated, I'm starting to book tours all over the world. To be honest with you, so that's been really big. I wear a Kangol or a fedora, and I DJ in like a nice linen shirt. And I've been doing a lot of voiceovers during the NBA playoffs, where it's unmistakable because I have such a rich British accent.
And in The Wire, you had an American accent. Did you find the American accent to be difficult, like getting those outs in about?
My main concern was honestly coming from England, where I was a huge star already. Everyone knows Idris Elba in England, to then go to America where those audience you get really nervous because you're worried about the American audience.
Yeah,
they're right in front of you and they're saying who's this guy? You know what I mean? They don't say please, they don't say thank you. It's really nerve-wracking. And with
this joke
with the Nielsen's and everything, and I don't know if you guys know this, but I had to learn the hard way. It's live. All American TV is live, so you can see the audience through the screen, which is something I didn't know was possible. But
they do it different.
They do it different over there.
It's intense.
They really, and that was why it was hard for me, Idris Elba, to acclimate to American television. Thanks for the question. Yeah.
Oh, and honestly, thank you for answering that. Thank you for answering that. Because I could have been pretty embarrassed there for a little bit.
No problem. Stay tuned for the Luther movie coming to theaters. I'd say November 2022.
I'm just thankful you knew so much about Ennis or Idris.
Now it's the part of the show where we do shallow dives on our guest's Instagram. So I'm going to pull up an image for you right here, and we're just going to get the story behind it. So tell us the story behind this image right here.
What we got?
I just put, that's actually, that was just a shot of me getting ready to be on the podcast today and telling people that I'm doing the podcast.
It's almost exactly the same shot.
There's a story to it. I actually, I was booked as a guest on your show. And so I wanted to get ready for it. And that's kind of what that is. It's really, I'm kind of shocked. I haven't thought about that in minutes. So it's pretty great to just look back on that and wonder how things have changed since then.
Well, like the shirt.
Yeah, I changed my shirt.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts. You guys really do your research.
Before we get to the end, it is customary here on the show to ask one more question. You really just sneak another one in.
So just to be clear, the premise of the show is when you say you're done, you get another quick question.
We do what's called a lightning round, where I ask a question.
Just one.
But it just one question, because lightning only strikes once in one spot.
Yeah, that's what they should. It makes sense that you would call that a lightning round, because lightning is just and then it's done. As opposed to like a hail round where you would just be hit by constant little pellets.
Exactly. And that's what a lot of people misuse lightning rounds, because they think it's about fast and answering fast, but that is that's more of a hail round.
Yeah, it's more of a hail round.
And our lightning round, you take your time on it. It can be slow because the question is long as well. You've portrayed many characters with full names and character arcs in several movies and television shows.
Thank you.
But what absolutely everyone is most interested in is, I think, your turn in Welcome to Mooseport, a 2004 movie starring Ray Romano and Gene Hackman, where you played a character named Airport Passenger. If you had one, how did you memorize your line?
Is that the whole question?
Mm-hmm. How did you memorize your line?
I actually, in a way that I think will surprise you, I had 2 lines in that show. Because,
wow!
In that movie, I had 2 lines. So it's tough because they send you the script. Mm-hmm. Well, first you audition, and then you look at it and you see you have 2 lines. And in this case, it was "Congratulations, Mr. President," and then. Another actor said, "You mean congratulations, Mr. Mayor?"
Was that Ray Romano, the other actor? Could you do it like him? Oh, could you do it like him anyway?
Sure, of course. Okay. So I would say, "Congratulations, Mr." So it's sort of it's Gene Hackman's character, and he's kissing the actor whose name escapes me now because
Lori Loughlin.
No,
it's not her.
Okay, it could be.
No,
I'll put it on IMDb. Check in an hour.
It's just definitely okay. I'll check it. So in an hour, she will be. And will you be removing the name of the actor who played, who was actually in the movie, or is that?
It's just sort of add her to it. Yeah.
Right.
Also played by. Yeah.
Oh, so you're gonna claim that 2 different people played that role.
Mm-hmm. It happens.
Right. It was Marcia Gay Harden. I'm sure we'll be fine with that. Yeah, so they're hugging. So he's hugging Lori Loughlin, and then I say, because he just won the election, but he's also kissing a girl, a woman, Lori Loughlin. I say, "Hey, congratulations, Mr. President!" And then Lori Loughlin says, "That's congratulations, Mr. Mayor." And then, as if to correct me, and then I say, "Congratulations, Mr. Mayor!" And then someone announces that the plane is ready to board, and that's the end of the scene, pretty much. It was great to work with.
You still have it memorized.
Yeah, you've memorized them so hard, you still memorize them.
Well, here's the trick, and here's what you do.
Okay.
If you'll notice, I have 2 lines, 6 words. 2 of the words are congratulations, 2 of the words are Mr. There's only 2 other words that are different. One is president and one is mayor. So if you can remember that.
Right, you only have to memorize the change, really.
Right.
The different thing.
Yeah, well, I mean, you have to also memorize the other words that repeat themselves, but it's like a trick where you can.
Right.
Yeah, so there's a lot to it, and I feel like given that you asked such rudimentary, simple questions about American film, this might be a little hard to grasp. So I would be happy to do a follow-up interview. But long story short, Lori Loughlin was amazing to work with, and she sounded just like Ray Romano, which I loved, which everybody loves, I think, and so that's it.
We call this the last dab. So you don't have to, but if you want, we're going to just dip these into vanilla ice cream and then just take our last bite. So Ennis, congratulations on making it to the end. And are you ready for your last wing?
Yes, I've got it here. Shall we do it?
All right, let's do it.
It's like vanilla.
Yeah.
It's actually good.
Ennis Esmer. For our last question, thanks so much for joining us. You made it all the way. You're here. You absolute championship. Ennis, do you have lots of money or not lots of money? Like, I think you have a pretty good amount of money, right? Just because you're in TV a lot.
But I'm terrible with it. So does that answer the question?
It does answer the
It does
question.
answer
That's
it.
great.
That answers the
Ennis,
question.
Ennis, you've made it again. You championship. You've done it. Absolutely. You slayed what no other people could ever do. You ate the mildest wings that are on earth. This camera, this camera, this camera. Look at the cameras. Ennis, tell people what you got going on in your life.
Well, stay tuned for updates. The new trailer for the new Luther movie should be coming out pretty soon, and it's exciting. It's just like for fans of the show Luther, it's just going to be like that, but longer, 1.5 length of an episode. So I'd say stay tuned for that. Not the trailer, but the whole movie is going to be like a long episode of Luther.
And check out Ennis on season 2 of Succession in about an hour.
Yeah.
For First We Feast, I'm Chris Wilson. This is Peter Carlone. This has been Mild Ones. So is Jon Favreau nice? Like, was he nice to work with?
No,
Yeah, do you like
no, rude, ugly man.
This time, it's different. With Peter and Chris. This time, it's different.
So do you remember like growing up, like watching The Simpsons, and it's like do 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 do.
Shh.
Exactly. Yes.
Right.
So we just make one up.
Right.
So Chris, take us home.
Ba-da-da-da-da! Oh, that's mild.
No shoes in here.
Fuck off.
This podcast has been brought to you by the Sonar Network.
Oops, drop the podcast.
What if people liked and also subscribed?
I think we're just down here to kill time.